Okay, I have this TV here. I put a lot of capacitors. I put all these maroon. I just put these in. I can't remember if I put that in. It looks like I did. I may have not have. But this here is that little integrator thing. I had to take one of these things out. This is the integrator for horizontal. I took one of those out here and I had to make one. So all these capacitors, I wish I could see better. Okay, there's one up here. No, that's original. So this one I put in that says 0.1, 0.0. That's an orange drop, so I trust that. These two I put in. These two I just replaced to get a 0.03. So I haven't tried it since I put those in. I didn't do nothing on the horizontal. It looks like this is puffing out. I should replace that, but if I remember right, that's on something else. I had to replace this thing a long time ago. I busted the wire actually, so I had to tear apart one of those AC testers looking for AC voltage and outlet. So this one here I put in. I don't know if I did any resistors. It doesn't look like it. This is my first TV I got when I started getting back into TVs. So these things I'm going to put away and keep. They came out on an oscilloscope I tore apart. I was going to restore it, but it needed a power transformer. So anyways, here's the maroonies I took out that I put in. Which one says 0.01 and 0.022 to make that 0.03. So these were the ones in there, but what happened with the TV is I got a vertical collapse, just a vertical line across anywhere from the width of this all the way up to, sometimes it would be up, 4 inches in height or something. But anyway, so this is it. I already did this, so I know what happens here. I didn't check any of the other maroonies, but so let's get my flashlight. I save these things. I clean these things too and keep them for future projects. Here's the high voltage capacitors, 1600 volts. So I'm going to test these. I know they can't be used. These you can keep and use. RFCs, I'll keep those. I'll write down the INFO if I can get it. Okay, this has to be one up. So okay, I'm set up for the 0.01, I think. So right there, look at that. Look at that. Short circuit at 10 volts. I'm going to turn this thing on. I bet you anything. I'll get a short circuit there. Watch this thing warm up. Here it comes. It does that for a bit. I don't like it when it does that, but that's what it does. Then I'll put it up to, well, I'll keep this, whoops. I'll keep that. I usually keep this up about a 5, then she'll keep dropping down. I keep it on a high voltage level and on a DC. So okay, this shows shorted at what? Below 10. So God only knows how many volts it's putting in there. I wish it looked better. It looks so bleached out. Right there. Way down there. Okay, now we'll go to the other side. This side did check good. If I check for capacitance, it won't even show capacitance. So I'm not wasting my dime on that one. So here we go up. 12 o'clock, which is 250 volts. All the way. This thing has a little noise in it. I think it's such poorly rectified that it just kind of gets jumpy all the way up. So that's kind of normal. So I usually go up the highest, not much above 400 volts. When it starts getting jibbery, that's 500 volts, I think, the maximum, 500 volts. Okay, so I'll do the capacitance on this one. Well, is that 0.0 all the way down and one up, I think. I'm going what, 0.0, was it 0.022, I think. So that one says 0.02. There, maybe that'll work better. Use it for a filter. Go back and try the other one. This one will not, no matter where I spin this to, it'll, well, all the way. So I think all the way it opens up. That must mean short circuit. I don't know what it means. So we'll go back to this. I keep straight up. I don't know what that's about. So we'll go all the way this way and one up. And we'll recheck with the filter. Yep, there she is. Little up. Right there. Okay. I got nothing better to do but waste time right now. So one's good, one's bad. The kind of capacitors they are what? They look like that. Which one was bad? The 0.022, right? Yeah, I'll say 630 volts. This one here would have been the good one, I think. So this, but this, I thought these were my latest ones I ordered. I'd better check that again. Am I going to get a shock? I got it backed off, down. I think the, let's put this here. I think the 0.01 was the bad one. Looking through this viewfinder is hard. Okay, yeah. So it's this one that was bad, the 0.01, which is the one in white or kind of gold or something. I'm not sure. It's very hard to see, I know. So I don't know the rest of the capacitors, which some of these I ordered from, what was it, Antiques Radio or something, tubesandmore.com. They were the good ones. So now these are also bought off the internet. So I'll try the TV and see if I still have vertical collapse. Then I want to check one of these. This one is not marked, but it's identical to that. Let's try these. Okay. It's hard to pay attention. Yeah. See what happens. Okay, so I'm just for this. But it always, this is all the way, but it always starts hugging it. So if I back off towards 400 volts, that's normal. So obviously I can't check that up to its working voltage anyways and the pulsations. Well, I can't see that. Let's see. Okay, back on. Uh-oh, nothing. Oh, it ain't connected. Thought it was open. I attached it to the carpet, I guess. Yeah. Oh well. Again, I would call that good. I back it out towards 400 volts. It widens up. I would call it good. I'm not going to bother checking the capacity. It's a 0.001s, I think. I don't think they're charged. I turn that thing down. I'll try one of these. And I'll move on. 0.25. This thing here, if you touch negative in this case, you can get the SOB shocked out of you. I think there's something wrong with it. Why is that turning green? Why am I green? Why is that green? What the hell is that about? Oh, I think it's this. Yeah. That's sitting up there. Okay. See what happens. A little more capacity, a little slower. So I'm up to 400 volts, so I'll put the filter on it. So if I back off, here's 400 volts. So I'll check the capacity on this one. This is 0.25. I think I can be 3 up. Nope. Right there, I think. Okay, we'll see what happens. Wow. Just above 0.1, I guess. What scale am I using? Oh, way up here. Wait a minute. I'm going to drop it down one more scale. This will be the scale from 0.001. So that'll be the middle scale. Try her again. Okay. Where is it? So it's supposed to be 0.25, so I would call that good in my book. I don't know how accurate this thing is anyways. I want it mostly to be accurate more in the picofarads and stuff, but so you can't use those anyway, so that'll be it. I'll check those, but obviously I'm never going to get to 1400 volts. Save those. Okay, well, time to turn the TV on and see before I waste all my minutes up here. Okay, back on with the Zenith. I never got this with it. Actually, this was my second TV. I got this reddish color one first. A little dusty there. I never changed the electrolytics or nothing in here. I think I Might have did a tube, or I think the tuner tubes I think I had to do. And maybe the horizontal output or damper. I'm not sure. Oh, it was blooming, I think. I think I might have did that too. It's been a while. These come out of the oscilloscope. I thought I'd measure them. Keep them for monkeying around. And I am going to check this through that meter. So here we go. Back on with the system. Hot away from neutral, and I think this cord is the one for this TV, so we'll see what happens. Tuner tubes there coming on. Let me see. I'd like to put a resistor across that filament on that, because that seems to get bright. Come on, come on, come on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I checked a 17JZ8 or whatever it is. I must have backed the brightness down. Where's the brightness on the... I know. I should keep that as dim. Okay, I thought I was going to solve my problem there. Maybe those plate capacitors can't handle. They're both, keep it real dim. The plate capacitors I put in, the green one and that orange one, they were rated at over 1,000 volts. Well, so much for that great idea. So, let's get back to this. Oh, this here. So I'm going to hook this up to my meter. So, unplug this. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this way up on the ohms. Yeah, this is... I gotta zero it up at both ends here. If I can. Here, I need this thing. I had these for years. I don't know where I bought them. They're the best things. I could have bought I wish I would have bought 100 of those things. Okay. I only have one left. I think I used to have like 4. Okay. Oh. Having issues here. Okay, let me see. Gotta do this a few times. I'll shut them together. That's good enough. I think it's zeroed up. Good enough. Well, I thought I solved my problem here, but maybe there's more of these capacitors that are bad, or this just isn't working here. Okay. Nothing. I'll disconnect it. That's infinity. The other side, here's the other side. Look at that. Short circuit. Complete short circuit on these Maroonies, so these were bought in... I don't want to say where I bought them. I think I bought them online. I don't think they were from Antique Radios. I don't think. I think they're from eBay. $630 and these ones I can hardly read. If I look at these ones are from eBay for sure. So this is the one that says 0.01. Yeah, I know I have these. I'll verify right now so I know it. Yeah, I looked at them. They have both kinds of numbering systems. I think they swept them up off the floor and threw them in baggies. So they have this kind, the 630 volt stuff, and they also have this real light colored thing. And then they have these other ones. I got some of these other ones right handy here. Okay, they come in these cellophanes. That's how I know. So this one here, I got 8 of 2020. These are for writing like this. So you got different variations. So now, where's that other one? What do I do with it? Lost them. Well, put them in the black hole, I guess. Here they are. So this, the 0.01 is the shorted one, and that's that light colored thing. This one here that did not short out, the 0.022, I bet you that could have been from tubesandmore.com maybe. I have a catalog, that's how I order. Let me see. I forget things that I'm doing, so. Okay. I'll pause it here. Okay, back on here. This capacitor right here has that light colored printing on it. This one here is dark print, but that's that other group. Let me twist it around. I think that's, where am I shining here? I think that's that other group that's Chinese. I just have them soldered side by side or J-hooked. I'll test every one of them real quick. I'll shut this off and check every one. Take a minute. But I could have, these are at least 1K volt. Well, I think one was 3K volts and one was 1K volt or 1.5K volt or something, I think. Well, I went through every frickin' one. They all test good. I didn't do the orange drop. I'm on these right now. They're still paired together, and I'll say they test good. They all, let me see where the vertical tube is right here. So I checked them all. I haven't checked these things. These blue dogs. This one's a 0.0047. I don't know what that one is. That's one of them integrators. I think it's got 3 wires on it. It's got 3 wires. I have to look into that. Well, that's 2 times 0.001. There's another blue one back there. I don't know. Well, it was pretty amazing when you find one that's short circuit. It was short circuit at my highest level. So I was, I didn't back it down. So it pinned the needle at this on the 1 meg. So yeah. Here's my first oscillator I bought off of eBay. I was going to monkey with that. Some ham radio guy. I'll do the electrolytic. I got to watch it so I don't bust that picture tube. Do the electrolytic on it, and I worked. When I got it, it goes from motorboating to above frequencies you can't hear. So, one more thing here. Okay, back to this TV here. I gotta make a note here on this one. Couple notes. See, on this thing here, I thought this resistor here was open. It's not open. And when I discharge this, I put this jumper across here. That was not the way to drain electricity. I should have had this going to the top chassis ground and this side going to chassis ground. So I did that incorrectly. This resistor, as far as I know, is good. I didn't recheck it. My problem is this wire right here. This wire here scoots up to that 220 brand new electrolytic I put in there, and that scoots this way and scoots right here. And that's just, uh-oh, now what happened? Every time my cell phones do something, it scares the shit out of me. This wire is just looped down there, sitting dead by this coaxial audio cable. That's where the audio signal comes into the tube, I guess. I think it wiggles around because it's got to go into a stage of amplification before the audio output, which was what? I don't remember. So on this one here, yeah, I think this resistor's good. My mistake, I didn't, well, see, I was getting like a rectified with no filtering. So that's sitting there. It's supposed to hook up right here. Now I'm going to move this picture here. Ah, shit. I don't know what's going on here, why everything's so screwed up on me here now. Okay, that's going right there. And I'm moving wires around to keep them away from this resistor. That's how I found this thing. Okay, let me see something here. Let me pause it up. Okay, here it is again. Another shot of it. I took these from my video. So, and this orange wire scoots down here. The orange wire actually hooks up to there. You can see a little orange with a white tracer on it. Orange wire, I believe, hooked up to that one, which is second in command, B+. This is the right from there. This is rectifier. This red wire goes right to the rectifier. Okay, that red wire goes right to the rectifier, hooks up right on the end one. So you can see it right there, and there's no connection for it. Just dangling there. Crazy. Suitable pencil. I think that's it. So like I say, when I was discharging this, that should have went from there to the upper chassis that's ground. This chassis is floating. It floats between that, I don't know what the value of the capacitor is, and the 330K. And that's why I bent this over, so I didn't solder to it, because this chassis is floating. The TV's working. I think I still have to deal with this integrator thing. But I have other things I'm working on. I want to get to this radio here. So I don't know. I don't think I'll take the TV apart to do this, because I mean, I have that 630 ohm resistor and it's supposed to be 560. I don't know if I want to take it all apart to do that, because that resistor was sitting back here just behind this one, and it seems to be cool. So, you know, why should I take it all apart? I got the focus working, and it's working pretty decent. So, but I think when I hook the Adno for the picture tube, if I got to put a note in this TV. That's this TV here. I grab it here. This TV here. If I hook up, oh, that ain't it. Got shit all over the place here. I'm in my music room. I got shit all over the place. What was I gonna do? I forgot. Well, anyways, that one wire that was just Danteing on the board is this capacitor. I have it hooked up where the electrolytics were on those connection strips, and it went all the way down. And apparently I didn't solder it. Well, I never worked at that end, so I only worked at the end where the electrolytic was. So I couldn't have screwed this up at this end because I wasn't working there. I didn't unsolder nothing until I had the issue with this resistor way up here, actually, which I didn't think even existed. But, so that never went open. So somehow the electricity was doing some kind of a Dante path around. I don't know what it was doing. If I have this off, and it's just, it must have been really hard on that. So it was kind of, this was only measuring about 99.8 volts, and I don't think I measured these. So it must have been really hard on this thing. No, that thing was working its ass off, trying to trap out the AC, I bet. Well, that only went down to like 70, but I think that was like 70 some volts, one of these ones. Not this one. No, I don't know. Whatever one. So, and that's probably, oh, what I wanted to say, I guess that's probably why my horizontal didn't work. Low voltage. This one's 120. And what's the other tube on? This tube wants 120. But it's also hooking up here. So I don't know if that's kind of some kind of a... What is this doing? Well, that's a feedback. That's getting that sawtooth. No, I know what that's doing. I know exactly what's happening here. This is happening from the boost. It's shaky. It's not filtered really well, so it goes through that. It's got that stuff hooked up to it. It's got that 330K to mellow it up.